All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2, Episode 24.
It's the finale.
Yeah, the finale. And Clayman is like gonna try and do some sort of bullshit so that we'll actually take him seriously.
No, we won't do that.
I mean, he's gonna try.
No. He is going to try to do his awakening moment here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's going to get stomped the fuck out.
Exactly.
Because literally, anybody else even remotely gets involved, I feel like this is just over. It's just a joke. He's being treated as a joke. It's over. Mm-hmm. You're done. You lose.
You're
Good
nobody.
day, sir. You're nobody. Exactly.
Yep.
Milim laughed and spat in your face. I kind of want Milim to continue that. Because like
she just backhands him and
pulverizes
him
because
one style.
Milim's full just chaotic I don't give a fuck attitude is I feel like how I feel about Clayman right now. It's just murk him. Just murk him.
For me it's more of like that occasional like disgusted look from like the One-san in, anime where it's just like like and then that's it.
You're the disgusted Tanjiro just
yeah.
You just posted cringe. What the fuck?
Right.
What is this you?
Yeah.
Is this shit you?
Basically.
Clayman's like, my lady, you wouldn't get it. I have awakened.
Oh my god.
Okay,
yes. Clayman needs a fedora.
Sure.
Yeah.
Someone will probably edit that, by now. This
I'm
show's
sure.
been out for a while.
Yep.
All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. All right, Demon Lords have reestablished things here. Clayman was a joke, as always. I liked that Rimuru did actually punish him, though, with a very, very solid death. Right. Our main character does kill people if they are, bitch asses like Clayman and who are sadistic motherfuckers.
And God, I think my favorite part of this episode, though, was the fact that it started it with just... It appears Clayman is about to try and run away. Yeah. Like... Because with the previous bit from the previous episode, I'm like, ooh, he's going to get all super strong now. I'm like, oh, no. And then immediately it's like, yeah, no, don't worry.
Don't worry. He's doing all this to posture so he can summon enough magic to warp his ass out of there.
Just make a smoke cloud and just run. that was
wonderful.
Primed me perfectly for the episode.
Yes.
Like
the episode was a far more enjoyable experience than the last couple ones there. Obviously, Veldora is always a standout in every single episode that he's in.
That's right.
But Veldora, again, this time, showing how much of a bumblefuck he is, but how strong he is that everyone still takes him seriously.
Yep.
But then, oops, the identity slip thing. Yeah, I guess everybody's dropping their secrets here at Walpurgis.
He basically, accidentally outed the VTubers secret identity, and it's like, no, we all know, but come on,
you can't.
You're not
say
supposed
that.
to say it, right?
Bro, that's so uncouth.
Oh, come on.
What the hell?
And no, really, the reason why the Demon Lord lady was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll just be open about it. No, is not because everyone would know, because there's all the public out there that wouldn't know, and these people already knew. But it's because then later, oh yeah, surprise, surprise, your subordinate that was your stand-in Demon Lord ends up dying, so you won't exactly be able to keep that cover up anymore. So, yeah,
whatever.
Yep.
But Rimuru handled everything relatively well. I love that Guy, or Guy, as they seem to say his name, had his okay, Rimuru, you are a hot shit having your day coming in here, but I can't have you... Boy, yeah, exactly. I can't have you just saying no to me like that.
Well, and also,
so
as the punishment for the fact that, because I love the idea that they probably spent weeks, if not months, trying to figure out what kind of a name to use. Because
they spend more than that, because they spend multiple Walpurgises without coming up with it.
Right.
Walpurgises get summoned very infrequently.
Yeah,
so they
that's
probably
a good
spent
point.
years trying to come up with
that
the
is
name.
a very
and
good
they
point.
came
Could've
up
been
with
decades,
the 10 great demon lords.
Right, because the reason why they did this, I'll tell you, is because it's the least offensive of all the names you could possibly come up with. Because nothing that you do, if it's within your own group of friends, great. If it's in any way something that's going to be shared with outside people, it will be cringe. It doesn't matter what you do. You're just trying to make it be the least cringe name possible, right? And especially when you're talking about a name for a bunch of demon lords.
Yeah, exactly. You're all a bunch of edgy fucks anyway.
Yep.
But no, like our D&D group that we play in, it's called the Food Fighters.
Yep.
It's cringe as fuck, but we love it because
you lean into the cringe, right?
We lean into the cringe. Yeah, exactly.
So
and our characters all codenamed off of Foo Fighters songs? Yes, absolutely.
Do we eat all the monsters that we defeat? Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
But so in this case, he was actively punishing Rimuru by being like, when now you have to say I'm part of Octagram, you'll know that you came up with that name.
Yep.
You will know that it's your fault, right?
Yeah.
And we will just be able to laugh and be like, you know what?
We're immortal fucks. We don't care about whatever.
We're immortal fucks, but also we can just be like, we didn't come up with that shitty name, you know?
Newbie did.
That's newbie. That's newbie. We wash our hands of this, right?
That's Bluey the newbie over there. Yeah.
Like coming up with a group name like that then telling the world this is our group name is kind of like giving yourself a nickname, right? You just you don't do it, right? It fundamentally can't work if you make it.
Yeah, and that was kind of the theme of this episode, though. The ways in which characters who bumblefucked into situations and ended up having to take responsibility, more so Milim than Rimuru. Milim was then confronted by two prior demon lords, Freya, I believe, and or Frey.
Frey and
Carrion. And they were like, yo, on the one hand, I would like to be safer, so I'm going to associate myself with probably one of the strongest of the demon lords.
Yep.
But also, we're friends already, so this is going to be rather chill. But also, big thing here, you need to take responsibility for the fact that you, I was being controlled. No, you can't throw that back, Milim. You did this shit. So we need you to, rule over it now. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll help you. I'm going to be a part of this,
but damn it, you are going to take responsibility.
Yep.
This feels like the equivalent of like, all right, now damn it, Milim, you will pay child support, right?
Yeah.
You disrupted the balance of the world with some of the things that you did, so you're going to set it right. And we will make you take responsibility, not through being like we're going to order you to take responsibility. No.
We're going to serve you. We're going to help you.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna. It's that Brooklyn Nine-Nine conversation, right? No, you need to alpha your way into getting what you want. No, I'm gonna beta my way into getting what I want, right? It's the. See, you need to be an alpha, or did I beta hard enough that an alpha came and helped me? You know, right? Like
It's true. It's true.
They're just like, fine, yeah, we're weaker than you,
so
we're at your mercy. You better take care of us. You irresponsible dragon.
Yeah. I also just really love the idea that the number of demon lords has gotten smaller with adding Rimuru into the mix, because I didn't care about the majority of them. But now that we're kind of consolidating the ones that I kind of was like, oh, I'm actually more primed to like these two specifically, we're putting them in the Milim camp. That means that if we get into, kind of civil war or factions kind of growing within the demon lords, entourage, or not entourage, but the demon lords kind of group, Cromwell and Guy can be their own groups theoretically, with potentially Valentine, who I want to throw out there was named Luminous.
Or was he talking about the god Luminous?
I believe when they
the god is Luminous.
Yes, exactly. I believe when they brought up the names here.
Oh.
This is the giant guy, yeah. Luminous Valentine.
Oh.
Yeah. She's hot shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think her identity being one of like, oh, yeah, that's a whole thing there. That's probably something to do with it. So.
Okay.
Just throwing that out
I like
there.
It. Yeah.
Of like, she's kind of the newly introduced one, even though we all knew that she was clearly the Demon Lord. But they're extra focusing on her this episode,
right,
as opposed to the previous one, because now it's like, okay, now we can just chill and talk. The dumbass is shut up and dead. So,
and if you think about the Demon Lords that currently exist, there's the giant one, which he doesn't have much of a presence.
And the giant and the sleeping one are kind of the most boring.
Yep. Like straight to
Cromwell
the point.
is very interesting.
Cromwell's very
He
interesting.
has the potential isekai connection stuff.
Exactly, and
he is the power ceiling.
And Cromwell clearly has like an active objectives and goals and things like that, as opposed to like the sleeping guy, where I almost would not be surprised. I was half expecting him to also drop out of being a demon lord in this meeting, because he's like, yeah, these meetings are kind of a pain. I'm just gonna, go sleep somewhere and stop bothering me.
Sleepy guys in anime are always some of the strongest.
No, I know.
It's annoying, but I don't like the trope in general, because it's usually I tacked on a check mark of a specific trope here, but it's the same really as the I'm the big beefy guy trope, so I don't really
totally
bother with it.
But I was almost wondering if it's like yes, but just because you're a demon lord, or just because you're not a demon lord, doesn't necessarily mean that you're super strong, right? He could just be like, yeah, no, I know I'm super strong, but like whatever, demon lord, it's a hassle. I don't know.
I mean, they're all probably also rulers of specific regions and stuff like that. So,
and to be fair,
being powerful enough to be summoned to a special table doesn't necessarily mean that they're losing out on anything by not being strong. They still potentially have kingdoms and servants and wealth and all that.
And a special table where the population of the room is limited to like 15 people. That's, spatially cordoned off from everything else. So it's actually probably one of the best ways for him to get sleep, if you think about it,
No random servants coming in. That's why he doesn't come in with attendants.
Exactly.
He's like, fuck off. I'm trying to... I know no one will address me here because I don't really matter that much. And okay,
right.
That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Luminous Valentine.
And
she's heterochromia as well. So,
yes. Right. It's special eye power, all that stuff. But I got the feeling that they might have been setting up that the specific one of the Harlequins that ran away and then killed Luminous Valentine's main dude, stand-in, that might have been specifically Kazalim.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's the other thing that they seem to be setting up is that the
kid,
the isekai kid that knows, that's Kazalim, right? And that would be the way to make sense, like to explain why why is this child, even if they were isekai'd, why are they actually important in this world, and why are they like manipulating things and whatnot? But
I think the big thing here is that anyone associated and connected with Kazalim could theoretically be ridiculously strong because they're needing to, one, work in the shadows, and the point about Clayman and how he kind of fucked up and was a dumbass was he tried to take the stage.
Right.
He tried to step out and basically got manipulated himself into taking the fall, and maybe getting some information passed along by the way that the demon lords and the powers that be responded to his actions. But we'll just have to wait and see.
We will.
Clayman being kind of sacrificed in this way, it feels good, because I feel like the show as a whole in the second season was a definite step up from the majority of season one. And the part that was probably the most awkward for me was just the way in which we flubbed the pacing a little bit in the middle to kind of latter half, I would say. But moving things to the Demon Lords was exciting, because we now know that shit's going to start happening again.
Exactly.
And even though the Milim kind of twist thing was a bit ridiculous, the fact that we so quickly are being like, yeah, that's just happened. Let's just go forward here. I'm very much a fan of that, because that was basically Milim goofing off, showing how little everybody cared about Clayman. Nobody cared about him. Nope. He was a joke, and
the goofing off is, and it was also basically a thing through the characters of the author kind of telling the audience, don't worry.
Don't take him too seriously.
No, not for Clayman.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. The Milim shit won't be done again.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we have people actively doing things to make sure that Milim will start being more responsible, so I'm not going to pull this anymore. Like, there won't be a second Milim just goofing off, and so you will have a whole arc surrounding that.
Yeah, with potentially tons of people dying and stuff. Because I generally don't like lol so random chaotic neutral characters, like when she threw the tantrum on the floor and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like
is this supposed to be funny to? It's funny to somebody. That's the thing.
Right.
It's funny to somebody. It's not funny to me. It's just kind of dumb. I love Milim as a character for what she represents, for being the infinite cosmic power, itty bitty living space.
Yes,
and
that's a fun
that contradiction is
yeah.
is fun. Specifically when she's very congenial to the plot and the general
exactly.
of the main character and stuff.
Exactly. The likability of characters, as weird as it sounds, is very strongly tied to how helpful they are to the story going to interesting places.
Yeah, to progressing towards those places.
Right.
If the story stalls or slows down
because of that, then it's not fun anymore. It's just annoying. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
So having now a very clear, okay, cool, milestone. Everyone's set up in these specific places here. We have a Hinata Sakaguchi appearance here again. Which is fun because it's connected to the stuff that we set up, that the church is potentially tied up in the cover-up, specifically with the vampire demon lord, which if her name is Luminous Valentine, it might be that they literally have their god or a relative of their god in physical form here. And this whole Demon Lord stuff is just a way to obfuscate the public from that God walks among them, or a God walks among them.
Right, or we're supplying this Demon Lord with phenomenal cosmic power because we are worshiping them, essentially.
Right, we're feeding our God, basically, to set them up. And that's potentially really interesting.
That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Because my initial thing when I saw Hinata is I'm like, okay, cool. She was a wonderful force as a person in the story, because that was the most tense I've ever been about, oh wait, what's going to happen, because she punked Rimuru, right?
Yeah, and she had the emotional connection to Shizue. Yeah.
Right.
Like, that was probably one of the most like, oh shit, I kind of feel bad for Hinata here in a really strong way here, and she's powerful, and she has every reason to try and kick his ass and kill him.
Exactly. Fast, aggressive character introduction, power, aka agency, basically, in this world. Awesome. She did her thing, but she wasn't forgotten about. She's still in here. She's still going to be able to make some fun things happen. Great. Let's see more of it.
Yeah. So if the next arc of the story focuses on specific demon lords getting their areas and their kind of regions that they kind of control focused on for the purpose of developing the world, so then that there's a conflict that we'll understand, I love the idea of bringing in the church and the Valentine Demon Lord region for that, after Rimuru has the whole, well, we just took over a kingdom, and the church there tried to label us as worthy of a crusade, basically. So how does that connect to the church's actions moving forward here, if a demon lord is potentially in control of someone that is connected to the church, and yet they are also then not allies with Rimuru, but they're like peers.
Right.
So they might have to be some like, yo, to keep up appearances, Rimuru, I'm going to have the church send, some envoys to try and like, make sure you guys aren't going to be aggressive monsters. And they'll be like, yes, appearances, yes. And that could be some fun politics there. Yeah.
Good thing we were able to avoid it turning into bloodshed,
Yes.
Right.
But cool. And then that's something that then the Harlequins could be trying to stir up more misconstrued conflicts surrounding Rimuru, creating wars between the demon lords that they feel like compelled to actually commit to. That's all something I think I got just from Hinata being brought up in this here. That is a bit of a reach in some ways, but
I mean, I'm all for it. That sounds fun.
I very much like Hinata being brought in again. Paladins in these types of stories can be very compelling.
Yes.
But
lawful stupid archetype be damned.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you can do a lot with a lawful good.
Yep.
They just have to believe that they're lawful good. That's all it takes.
Yeah. They're lawful. Are they good? They think so.
Yeah. But all right, that's Slime Season 2. We'll be starting a new show after this. We're not going to be doing reactions to Slime Diaries on the channel and stuff. If anything, we'll just watch that on our own time. But if you want to see the next episode's reaction to the show that's coming after this, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Royal Let's Play on Twitch right now. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.